May today fill your heart with hope and your spirit with peace and your life with beautiful colours. Good morning, my beautiful people. Welcome to today's message from Spirit. Let's dive in and see what we have today. Spirit, can we have some cards, please? What message do we have for everybody today? Today is about the beautiful rainbow. Bring colour to your life. Hope in your heart and spirit with your peace. Okay. Okay, first we have Earth. We have the Earth. So Earth is telling you to be diversified, nourishing. You have a safe and beautiful home. Then we have the island. You're being independent. You find peace in solitude, but you also like to isolate yourself as well. And we got the sun. The sun. I see a beautiful new path coming in for you, but I feel like there might be a decoy. Someone might take you off your path. So remember, be positive on your outlook on life when you're walking down your path. Don't be discouraged by detours that will take you off your path, because it's going to lead you in the wrong direction that you need to go. So you have the power and a positive, be present in the moment, be powerful with your choices and be positive. Follow your passion. Make sure you don't get deterrent on other directions. Yeah, that one's a bit, you don't want to get off track. Please don't get off track. I feel like maybe Spirit's trying to say that you're going down your path, but you keep getting off track. You keep letting distractions get in the way, and you're just not focused on what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like they're looking down on you and saying, where are you going? What are you doing? You're not supposed to go that way. You're going the wrong direction. And then we've got spring. Spring. So spring, new beginnings, birth and promise. So you're manifesting your dreams and you're trying to bring your new ideas into fruition. But you keep getting sidetracked by other things. There's too many distractions in your life that keep putting you off your track. Then we got order. So remember to be fluid and spontaneous. Shape-shifting. I feel like shape-shifting. You keep... I feel like it means by shape-shifting, I think it's related to the path. You keep changing who you are all the time. I feel like you're forever changing who you are all the time. That's why they're calling you a shapeshifter, because you get deterrent and you get going down the wrong path and you start being something else that you're not. So I feel like it's saying that you're walking down your path, you get distracted by whatever it is that's in your way, and then you shift into that path, but it's not really you. I guess you're taking on something else, or maybe you're trying different things, or people are persuading you to try different things, but you're not staying on your path. You keep moving off it. But there's nothing wrong with that. It just means your path you're going to take longer to get there. That's why Spirit's saying, what are you doing? You're not supposed to go this way. You're supposed to go this way. But you're going, oh, no, I want to go down this road and give this a go. Or someone's telling me to go down this way and check this out. And then you get distracted. And then you forget about this path. And then you realise whatever time is down this month. Hang on. How did I get here? I need to be here. And then you go back on your path, and then it happens again. If you understand what I mean. I think a lot of us do that. But that's probably due to life things getting in the way, you know, like especially if you've got a family or that, you know, you're trying to juggle everything and you get sidetracked. It happens. It's just how it happens. It's just, you know, Spirit doesn't realize that things, you know, get in our way and shit happens, and we got to find our way back again. Then we've got root. So it's it's telling me that you need to ground yourself. So you need to ground yourself. You need to find stability and motionless. So you need to get out there in nature's support system and surround yourself with nature. I feel like that the nature is going to give you the energy boost that you need to keep on moving. Especially when spring is just around the corner for you, because it's saying spring for your new beginning. So your time will be in July, so we've only got August left before spring comes. If you're in Australia. Sorry, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, if you didn't know that already. Okay, then we got the butterfly. So spring around the corner, and you're going to turn into this beautiful butterfly if you don't get off your path. So you're transitioning, you're transforming, you're shifting. And remember I said the shapeshifter? You're the butterfly. That's why you're shape-shifting. So times are changing and you're emerging into all your glory. So you're definitely trying to stay on this path that you're on. You're trying to, I feel like you're trying to better yourself. It's telling me you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to turn into that beautiful butterfly, but you keep, things keep stopping you from fulfilling your full growth. So but you're still on the path. So you're still going, it's still going to happen, but Spirit's saying spring is the new time for the new beginning for you. Unless things change, unless you chose to get sidetracked again, because I can see in the Sun card that you might get detoured again when you get down a certain way. But we've got fruit. We've got the fruit card. So fruit means abundance. So abundance is coming in for you, full of enjoyment, and it's going to be rich. It's going to be ripening. It's going to be rich. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be juicy, and it's going to be all sides of life. So you are evolving, but you just need to put things in place so you don't get sidetracked. You need to stay focused. You need to ground yourself. You need to stop shape-shifting into other areas. You need to stay on this path and finish your transitioning. I feel like your transitioning keeps being delayed. And then we got seed. Here we go, the seed. So for us to grow, we need to start off as the seed. So the seed is telling me that your potential is infinite. Sorry, I can't get that out. Have hope for the future. So I feel like when you get sidetracked, you turn back into the seed. So when you go off on this other path, you get stuck in this, you go back into your shell, the isolation, and you turn back into the seed, and you need to do the cocoon all over again before you turn into the butterfly. I feel like you start turning into the butterfly and then you get sidetracked and you go backwards. But there's hope for the future this time. Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm seeing darkness. So I feel like when you go down these other path, because you've made a mistake and you've gone down the wrong path, you get covered in this darkness, and that's what causes you to isolate and disconnect from the world, and you go into your little cocoon. And I guess you'd call it maybe a sign of like depression. You go in your cocoon, you just don't want to deal with anything until you recover and come out and start all over again, because you've stuffed up, and I guess you blame yourself for taking the wrong road rather than seeing it as a lesson. But all I see is hope for the future. There's hope. Everything says hope. And we got the wildflower. All right, so wildflower. Remain open to unexpected joy. So Spirit's trying to guide you down the right path where you'll be at your unhappiness, but it's not set in stone at the moment because it's unplanned. I guess they're seeing whether you're going to keep going down the right path this time. I think that's why it's saying it's unplanned. And we got the mountain. So we got the mountain. So the mountain is based on strength. And here I see your path. If you stick to your path and don't get sidetracked, you're just gonna grow and get stronger and stronger as you climb up the mountain. So remain confident in yourself and in your path, and try not to get discouraged and distracted, because I feel like they're saying, the Spirit's telling me that they're waiting for you up. They're waiting for you up on this mountain. They're waiting for you to get here, but you're taking too long. They're saying that you're taking too long. Stop getting sidetracked. Be consistent in what you're doing. Whatever path you're on, try and be consistent and stop falling off. And then we got the star. Beautiful star. So the star is telling me you've been guided by something bigger. So you need to seek comfort in the knowledge that you have. And I feel like Spirit's trying to pull you in, like you're getting pulled in all sorts of directions. And I think you're on a decision of what direction to take. But you have the knowledge. And I feel like maybe Spirit's trying to say, go into the nature to find the answer that you're looking for. They're trying to guide you, but maybe you're not listening. All right. Because there's abundance waiting for you at the end of this path, and for it to come through, you need to walk down that path through the forest and get up the mountain without taking detours. And then we've got the ocean. So once again, we're into the water. So in the water lies death and darkness and the unknown. So time to discover your deep own depths. So I feel like Spirit's telling me to embrace your darkness. So when you make a mistake or you've gone down a path that you fucked up or whatever it is, oh shit, I shouldn't have done this, I should have stuck to what I was doing before, and then you go back into your little depression bubble, or seed as they call it, and drown yourself in darkness. You need to embrace that. You need to accept that you made the mistake, realize why you made that mistake, and I guess overcome it and stop falling back into this darkness that keeps pulling you in when you make a mistake. So you need to juggle how you handle this situation when you stuff up. That's what you need to work on, how to do that. And that'll get you back onto your path quicker rather than isolating yourself away from everybody. Because the further you go into the ocean, the darker it gets. And if you go too far, you'll get sucked in and not come back. So be mindful of the darkness when it keeps coming into your soul, because maybe one day you might not come out. I know that sounds horrible, but that's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm sensing. And coming from a place where mental health is a big thing, especially from my mum, who she dived into the ocean and she never come back. I guess she wanted to put it in a same terms, and it does happen, and it's sad that it happens, but I think they call it a deep, the reason why you go into depression like that, it's a deep healing state, and you can be stuck in it for a long time. Unfortunately, some people don't get out of it because they're stuck in whatever it was that took them there and kept them there. So the darkness has swallowed them up and not letting them out. So you need to learn how to deal with it without being horrible about it. And always get help. If you can't deal with it, always get help if you need it. Then we've got the rain. So the rain was upside down. So rain is about cleansing and clarity. So clear away the old and make room for the new. So I feel like that's what you've done already. You've cleared, you've cleansed yourself, and you're moving down this beautiful new path. So you're already done, cleared away from whatever was holding you back. Alright. Do you have any more, Spirit? Alright, then we got the river. So the river. And that was upside down. So here's your path again. Here's your big long path. But at the moment it's upside down. You keep going the wrong direction. Spirit's telling you to go this way, but you're going that way. So your journey, trust your journey and go with the flow. So you need to stay focused and work on going down your spiritual path, and be mindful of the darkness that comes when you make a mistake. Try to stay on the path that you're meant to be on and stop getting detoured on little paths, because that's what brings you into the darkness. Lay down. Okay, so we need to embrace nature. We need to stop shape-shifting into other things. We need to stay into our true self. We need to find grounding in nature, and we need to continue on down the path that's meant for us. You need to acknowledge what's inside you in your intuition to seek comfort. You'd have the answer there. but you keep shutting it out and let the darkness win. So I feel like this time round, it's telling me you're going to complete your transformation. I feel like it's telling me that you don't want to make mistakes anymore. You don't want to go down the wrong path anymore. You want to stay on the one that you're on. I feel like you want to go with the change. Yep. I feel that's it. So today's message from Spirit is all about finding your spiritual path and stay focused on it and not being deterred off it and going down the road of darkness. So you need to continue with your new beginning and transform into your beautiful butterfly and go down the path that you're meant to be on. Because that's where you will flourish and ripen into the beautiful person that you're meant to be. The star. You're meant to be the star. You're the star at the end of the path. And that's what you need to become. So thank you. Love and light to you all. Have a beautiful day. And I'll talk to you so soon. Bye for now.